Welcome to Confident Chaos. My name is Melinda, and I'm here to do a reading for Cancer. So all my crabbies, come in, get comfortable. You know the only rule is to be kind. If you're new here, welcome. I'm cool as shit. If you are a returning subscriber, hey boo. We are going to see what's going on with Cancer. I just wanted to make sure all the cards were upright to start. So how was your weekend? I hope it was good. Mine was relaxing, except guess what? I got my cycle on the blood moon. So it was a crazy weekend. Crazy. Just crazy. Emotionally, physically, I was in pain. Like, baby, I am no spring chicken. I'm very much used to the cycle. I don't know what the hell was going on. I'm sorry to the fellas who are uncomfortable by that, but baby, please, okay? That's how you got here. Let's see what's going on with Cancer. What messages does Cancer need to know? What does Cancer need to know? Holy Spirit, what does Cancer need to know? Okay. We have the Empress. Fertile, nurturing. It's good energy. What else for Cancer? On this picture, they're depicting the Empress breastfeeding with a child. So you can have two kids holding a toddler's hand. So you can have two kids. Empress. We have the Visionary. I love that. This is all good energy, Cancer. This is all about close ties to either your mother or your sibling or your children. Also having a vision, holding steadfast to what you want to see come through in your life. We also have keep your mind. Yes. So you might be having trouble staying focused on your goals, staying focused on the vision, staying focused on what you want. But I could tell you, don't worry about it. Just whatever you do to reel yourself back in, keep doing it. It could be anything grounding, anything soothing. That's what came to mind. Anything soothing, right? Just to get you back in place. I would show you the Visionary, but baby girl boobs is out and the Empress is breastfeeding, and we have keep your mind. So it's all about meditating. Even though you have something behind you, some type of devil attachment. It could be the way you think. It could be relationships. So it could be your heart, right? Something you meditate in to keep all your chakras in line, because you know the dangers of this. I don't think this is something that's holding you back. I feel like this is something that you have tamed. That's why we have keep your mind. You know when to go and, for example, let's say it is negative thoughts. You know when a negative thought comes, you know what to do, replace it with 3 positive ones, or sit down and meditate, or divert your attention to something that'll make you laugh, right? That usually makes things dissipate. And the more you get in practice, the more you can chase away those thoughts. So I feel like Cancer is in the practice of doing something, a ritual, maybe a routine, maybe something that's keeping you steady and allowing you to hold the vision that you have for yourself. So in the past, if that was something that was not easily broken, but you could get distracted from, right? I feel like that no longer happens, especially being in this Empress energy. I just want to read. Yeah, it's about motherly love. So I said either your children or your mother. Yeah. You're in that energy where you know everything you touch is going to be abundant and nurturing. So you're in the right space. Okay. All right. Good. I just wanted to see if there was something there. Because, you know, each deck has their own message and meaning when it comes to even behind traditional tarot like the Empress. And sometimes, because I'm pulled to this deck, the message is specifically for someone. So, but it's not anything that I haven't said. Your energy just seems to be in a great space, Cancer. It's like you have things under control. Let's see what this spread has for you. Okay. First chakra, Archangel Michael. A woman holding a coin. Okay. Can I get one more? Thank you. Fourth chakra, Angel Raphael. Okay, and this is why you're in this energy. This is why you feel this way. On the bottom of the previous deck, you have Justice. So you're in this energy in a rightful way, meaning you went through a journey to get here to where you're getting justice. Why you're in all of this great energy where you know whatever you touch is going to turn to gold. You just have to determine what road you want to take. And I think that's what you're meditating on. What road should I take to lead me to this vision that I have, this happiness, this abundance, this whatever it is, because it's different for every Cancer. That's the main theme though, right? So why I say that is because you have all of these archangels behind you. You have the fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael. I think that's the heart, I think. And then we have the first chakra, Archangel Michael, which is that I was going to say the coochie one, you know what I mean? The root. And then we have a woman holding a coin. So either a woman that you work with is going to help you increase your money, Cancer, or you are this woman holding a coin and you're going to help someone else in the financial department. But let's look at the archangels. I want to see something. First chakra, Archangel Michael, is about stability and security. So yeah. So the archangel is coming in to help you with so maybe the role you're choosing is something in career. A woman holding a coin is going to assist, and Archangel Michael is behind you, helping you create this stability and security. Let's see what's 38 for the Archangel Raphael. This is about love, compassion, and self-acceptance. Yes, and that's what keep your mind. Okay. I feel like you've reached a crossroad where it's like, it is what it is. I am who I am, and this is what I'm presenting to the world, and I'm not ashamed. I'm unapologetic. It is what it is. I'm going to do what I want to do to make me happy. I have this vision, and I'm not going to let any outside noise stop me. I want to create this abundance for myself. And I feel like right now you have all the help that you need, because I feel like you have the archangels behind you, definitely. But I feel like what it is your spirit team is behind you. You strengthening your intuition in some way that you're following it now. You're trusting yourself. And that's all the universe wants to see. And they'll keep showing you the way to go. You just trust yourself. Someone could be 35, someone could be 42, someone could be 38. Something significant could have happened March 5th, May 3rd, April 2nd, February 4th, March 8th, August 3rd. And this is all dates that could have set this in motion, or things could have happened during those dates where this is the result of you just like, I'm better off trusting myself. You know what I mean? Give me 1 second. Let me pull a deck. I'm trying to pull a specific one. Yeah. Okay, Cancer. So we're on the right track. We're believing in ourselves. Right? This is all about self-love, trusting yourself, leaning into your intuition, possibly becoming this woman that's able to help other people, or getting help from a woman. This could be someone you work with. We have false person. Jesus, I hope she's not a false person. Who is the false person now? Oh, someone with secrets. Okay, Cancer. Who was the false person with secrets? Holy Spirit. Nine of Cups. Okay. Possibly someone you thought was like a wish fulfillment. Cancer. But they just ended up being an energy vampire. Okay. Hmm. Is this someone you were in a relationship with? I'm about to get another deck. Hold on. Let me just get one more card first. Holy Spirit, can I get one more card? Page of Pentacles. A younger energy, immature energy. And we have the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom. Hold on. Holy Spirit, who is this false person with secrets? For Cancer. This is not your energy. Who is this false person with secrets? That's too many. We have travel, hello, healer, manipulator, north node. Because whoever it was, it seems like they drained you in some way financially with this Page of Pentacles. This is a person that has big ideas, right? To make money, very enthusiastic, but lacks the experience. They just see the dollar sign. They don't really see the work that it takes to go into it. And I feel like this person, this could be a child. This could be a younger relative. I feel like this person drains you financially. Who's the false person? That's towards the end. This false person is a boss. Cancer, you have a boss that's a false person? Why? What's false about them, Holy Spirit? And I know it's going to be different for every Cancer, but is the boss pushing up on you with lust here, Cancer? Hold on. Or could it be, it doesn't necessarily have to be your boss. It could be a person that just holds a position of authority, right? That's lusting after you. And why you don't like them? That's what I want to know. Ice King. This is kind of like, so I'm going to describe the energy. Authoritative, right? Like the emperor, the boss, creates structure, has the last word, tell people what to do. But this person is lustful. But also with the Ice King coming out, this could be a separate person, or this could be another description of the boss, which means that they talk very direct, very sharp, to the point, no emotions, right? No sugarcoating, just this, that, and that. That's it. Yeah, but who's unbothered? Is it Cancer? Who's unbothered? Holy Spirit. Squats. Okay, I get it. All right, Cancer. So you're dealing with somebody that comes across like they're a boss, comes across like they have authority, comes across like they're very confident and sure of themselves. But what I think is that this person actually is the opposite. When I say that, they're not confident, they're not self assured, they more thrive off the power. You know what I mean? You understand what I'm saying? Like, all right, growing up, we will always say the kids, and this is the 90s, it's not now. I respect anyone in a uniform that is willing on going out and risking their life to protect us, right? But let's not forget the contentious energy between NYPD, especially because that's where I grew up, NYPD and minorities. So we used to always say the kids that got bullied in school grow up to become cops so that they can have this power. This is this type of person. It's like they didn't have this power and authority figure until they got a title. And because they did that, now they act in a way where they're hot shit, but really they're still just trying to suck up this energy from other people, like fishing for compliments, trying to seem like they know the most in the room, trying to tell you what you should do. But this person, honestly, is false. Like they present one way, and as I explained, when they go home, they're another way. I wouldn't put it past them if they go home and overthink every step of the day because they just don't trust themselves. And see how we started this reading with you trusting yourself? You have to recognize that everyone is not like you, Cancer. And I was having this conversation with my daughter. And this is why I didn't do Cancer reading, because when I get in a conversation with her, I don't like to pick up the cards and do a reading. I was supposed to do Cancer Friday, but being though I had a phone conversation with her, I didn't want to do the reading because I don't like when her energy comes up, right? So I was having a conversation with her Friday and I was explaining to her, well, we were talking back and forth, not explaining, because she's a grown woman. We were talking back and forth, and I was telling her that, when people don't understand where your confidence comes from, where your grounding comes from, where your morals come from, or if they don't even have those values and things like that, it's hard for them to connect with other people. It's hard for them to understand other people, right? So they'll put on a mask and come off false just to kind of like integrate, right? But they really don't, how can I say? They really don't have that core that they're presenting. So, like, if they say, just for example, I'm pro choice, right? They're only saying that in public. When they go home, they have another opinion. You get what I'm saying? They're pro life, right? So, that's the type of falseness I mean. They're kind of afraid to really show who they really are. Meanwhile, you're unbothered and following your North Node. That's what came out. Because Cancer, right now, you're not allowing other people's shit to muck up yours. That's exactly why your spirit team is behind you, because the decisions that you're making is not to please anyone. It's not to appease anyone. It's purely for you. And I feel like you finally came to the space that if you want to be, if you want to create that vision that you're always envisioning, you're going to have to like take on this unbothered attitude, make decisions for my better all the time. Not even when people bait me in to be petty, Cancer, because Cancer can be petty. I'm not going to do it because it's not for my better good. I'm going to keep it moving. So if this is someone in your life that you know, they're not even who they say they are, because Cancer has that ability to kind of see through people too. So if people want to put on a facade, you can see through them. And then that's when they kind of manipulate them. But that's a whole nother story, because Cancer has that ability to emotionally manipulate people and you won't even know it's happening, right? And that includes their boss, their friends, their family. They just have that, but that's just their superpower, right? And when you get to a point where you're at now, Cancer, you're using it for good. So I feel like you're dealing with this person like the dead look, like I know who you are, I know what you're trying to do, and it's okay. Like I'm not even moved. You can't move me. That's what I think. Like, wow. And I love that because guess what? If we get uptight at every person's attempt to make their day better by bringing someone else's down, we'll be fucking wrecks out here. You hear me? Nervous wrecks. We wouldn't have a moment's peace. Our nervous system would be just all over the place. Like, it'd be horrible. So I'm glad that you learned how to kind of regulate your emotions, master them, and really start focusing on what's important. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. So you're going to have some type of new venture coming in. Financial. Okay. Queen of Swords. Ooh. And you're going to make a decision using head over heart. So I don't know if you're going to be offered a position, Cancer. And it's not easy to make that decision. Yeah, the love is a choice. You have to make a choice between the two. What you know and what's coming. Yeah. We have the Three of Pentacles. I feel like, what's the Three of Pentacles? I was going to say, I feel like whatever teamwork you have going on, you're okay with it. Yeah, Ace of Cups. All right. So, Ace of Cups could also mean self-love too, right? So, in this case, though, I feel like, Cancer, you have the ability to change companies or change positions or just switch something. The current one you're holding, you like it, but I feel like, you're holding yourself accountable. It's something about being stagnant and sitting there, because with the Lovers is like a choice between the two. And so before you have the Ace of Pentacles, something you have in the bag, something you mastered, this new venture that is really like, I got this, right? With the Queen of Swords. But over here, you're being tempted to work with another group, and it's kind of more tempting to you for some reason. What's the Queen of Swords, Ace of Pentacles? Holy Spirit, what is the Queen of Swords, Ace of Pentacles for Cancer? What's the Queen of Swords, Ace of Pentacles? The good thing about this is you're going to be successful whatever route you take. That's why your first card was the Empress, baby. So you have a choice that you need to make. I don't think Spirit wants me to know. Hold on. Let's go over here. What's the Three of Pentacles, Ace of Cups? Oh, this is a burden. Ten of Wands. This decision is a burden. Yeah, it's creating a challenge for you. It's like, if I go here, I listed all my pros and cons. If I stay here, what happens if they stay? Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. You're going to feel like you're rushing out of there too soon. You feel like you're going to pull out too soon. You don't want to be back and forth. Knight of Wands energy is very in and out, right? Knight of energy is here for a good time, not a long time. You do not want that type of energy at this job. So if you leave, you want to be sure what you're leaving for is not going to be a burden. You're going to be able to work with this company, and you're going to be able to still have a good work-life balance. Okay, so you have a choice. Wow. And it's reading, it hits my daughter, because this is what she's going through. It's crazy. But for all the other Cancers that's going through this, I feel like if you are at a pivotal moment where you have a choice to either change or increase or add to, take it. Because with the Empress being your first card, the focus, it keeps pushing me back there. You're going to be able to successfully, whatever choice you make is going to be a success. Let me put it that way. Okay. What's the, if Cancer takes the new job, what's the outcome? Oh, we have Five of Pentacles. You could be left out in the cold. Really think about that option. If Cancer stays, hold on. What's right before? Strength. Oh, it's a possibility, but with strength coming out on top of the Three of Pentacles, it all depends on the energy you put into the new position. So if you go in and you don't get discouraged and you're eager to learn and you do what you have to do, you won't be Five of Pentacles left out in the cold, okay? If you stay at this job, what's going to happen? If you stay at your current job, what's going to happen? Three of Wands, you're going to keep looking. Three of Wands is planning for the future. You're going to still, if you stay, you're going to continue to repeat the same cycle of looking for a job. If you take the new job, you're going to have to build strength to put in the effort to make it successful, but it will be. You won't be out in the cold. Okay, because, woo, Spirit, thought you left me out on a limb because all of my focus was focused on the Empress. And then moving down to the second, it's the archangels behind you and your spirit team telling you you can be this woman holding a coin where you turn around and now you're the person that's helping other people. You get what I'm saying, Cancer? I feel like staying, you're going to always plan to leave. Leaving, you're going to have to put in that extra work um, so you don't feel left out in the cold. Or maybe this is concerning training. You have to keep up in training so you're not left out in the cold. So you're going to need strength for something with the new position so you don't fall behind, which is great. Let's get a money deck since we're talking all this money. Oh, look at this. We're just finding decks. And I didn't really want this deck, but I'm going to take it. Let's see what Cancer's money is like. What's Cancer's money like? Holy Spirit, what can you tell Cancer about their finances? Teacher. You do well at teaching others. That could be like a side gig. You have the ability to motivate others to strive to uncover their true potential. But we know that with Cancer. Cancer is the person that we go to and tell our problems to. Cancer is the person that she's the mama. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I'm going to pull it back so you can see. Not that far back. You don't need to be in my business now. Okay. Like that. I just want you to see the teacher. Okay. So, yeah, Cancer, you can be that woman holding a coin, advising people how to do whatever, because it's going to be different for all of you. But the woman holding a coin is always one to lead. You get what I'm saying? So it's no coincidence. Nothing is a coincidence. That has showed up. And we have the past. Something from the past is coming back, perhaps an old job or an unfinished project. Okay. I love that, Cancer. Maybe an old employer is going to hit you up saying, hey, we need you. Shit has not been the same since you left. Like, ugh. Cancer, what do you need to come back? And that's when you flex your muscles, baby, because when someone needs you, you understand, that's the time that you can most negotiate. So use it to your benefit. Let's pull your sexual energy. We'll get an affirmation and get out of here. I gotta get my baby ready for school. Holy Spirit. What's going on for Cancer's sexual energy? Maybe this boss is the reason why you keep looking for a new position. Doesn't focus on what he's supposed to. Or she. Okay, we have the Ten of Cups. Okay, now. Why y'all have to come now? Sorry, y'all. And we have the King of Wands. Okay. Can I get one more? And I can't show you. Well, I could show you the Ten of Cups because no one's really naked. But the King of Wands, her booty is out. Squat. Okay. We have the Four Swords. Okay. Let's see. Cancer. Well, Cancer, I can tell you right now. Let me close the window because you're not going to be able to hear this. I can tell you right now, you're masturbating a lot. So there's that. I feel like, but you don't want to be. What you want to be is in a stable relationship where you guys are close and you could possibly build a family. Ten of Cups is all about is a happy family and attachment, even in sexual energy, right? And King in this deck. And King of Wands is all about embracing closeness. And Four Swords is all about masturbation or seeking forgiveness, right? But what I think is that you're really masturbating a lot because you don't have time for the foolishness. That's why your energy is so centered because you're not really sharing it with anyone else. You want to be close to someone, you want to create a happy family dynamic, but what you're not going to do is settle. So you would rather play with that thing than settle. And that's just as simple as it is. And I don't blame you. Let's close it out with your soul's journey because you're really on this self discovery kind of thing, learning to manifest. What do we have for Cancer soul journey? What can help Cancer? Okay. Denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. I love that. That is perfect for Cancer. Yes, I might be fearful sometimes. Yes, I might be hesitant. You might see me pull back because I'm trying to process and think and get my shit together, right? But I acknowledge it and I'm going to replace the energy. I'm going to transmute it so it's okay. That goes with keep your mind. I feel like when anything creeps up, like I said, ooh, child. I feel like anything creeps up, you already know like how to combat it. Like in the beginning, if you had a one negative thought, you replace it with three and you're good to go because you've trained yourself to do it, right? I feel like it's no more sitting in, like, not one card on the board about Cancer is saying that Cancer is wallowing in any deep thought or not really focused. No, it's none of that. So you're good at transmuting the energy. It's not that it doesn't come, the negative thoughts do come, but you transmute it. You know how to replace it. So that's what I have for you, Cancer. I love you. I hope this helped you. And I see you next week. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel to support Melinda. Okay. Bye.